Hey gang, welcome back to another stream. We're continuing to play through Bastion. Don't really know how much is left in the game. It's one of those games where you get to a certain point and you think it's the end, but then they throw you a curveball. That's what happened. Now we're going back and collecting shards to get the Bastion working again. Yeah, because see, this is broke. So we gotta collect shards now to try and power it up again. Let's see, we have all the buildings built. See, I mean, we collected that last night, but that's just the way autosave works in the game, so.
The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew.
Always gotta check over here. Yeah, see, we don't have the weapon for that yet. See, so it's where it says, an upgrade tier for a certain weapon. When it says a certain weapon, that simply means we don't have it yet. There's another one. Gotta be for the same weapon, I would think. Something wrong, something foul. See, the war machete. There's another one, something burnt. Something nasty. Let's see. See, right now we are using, weapon-wise, we are using the hammer and the rifle. Let's see. Pack. Before we buy that, let's check the upgrades. So see, we still have 2 upgrades for the hammer. And right now we're using 50% damage. The new ability, which is focus attack. Basically, it just looks like you charge it up by blocking with the shield. Then you'll see like a visual indicator when it's charged. Then you just hit the attack button. And it looks like sort of like a little leap attack, which does extra damage. Yeah, so we took both of those 50%, so, you know, it's a plus 100% damage, so heck. The other option would be plus 10% critical hit chance, which, to me, 10% just seems really low compared to 50% extra damage, though. Here, the other ability is the uppercut attacks cause knockback. And the other one here is the 100% to critical hit damage. But yet, that is good. But, you know, the chance to crit, though, seems awfully low for that. So I'd rather take both of these for plus 100% damage. Okay, and here. Got 2 of these. Get more expensive, and I swear it seems like the currency is getting slower to come by. Yeah. I won't say harder, I just want to say slower to come by. Okay, so we are taking 30% speed while aiming. Because I know it causes knockback. The other one does. But with the rifle, usually things aren't going to get that close to you anyway, so. As in, the second one I was really torn on. We can either take 35% extra damage or 50% aiming speed. Now the aiming speed, what we have now, you could definitely tell a difference. I'll take that. I know I said that 10% is low, at least on the hammer anyway. We'll just test that out just to see. And there was another upgrade material down here that we could buy for the right there for a carbine. So let's go see what that unlocked. Here we go. Okay, it unlocked 35% damage or, well, another plus 50% aiming speed. So if we take that, I mean, that would be almost like instantaneous aiming, seems like. Because we took 50% aiming speed there. And there's another 50% aiming speed. And I mean, we're assuming that it stacks, because it doesn't say anything about it not stacking. So anyway, now we're heading to Culford Cauldron.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time.
Yeah, here's the attack for the hammer. You hold shield. See that visual thing there? That means it's charged, and you attack like that. That's the regular one there. You see how fast that was. So yeah, if we take the other 50% aiming speed, it would have to be instantaneous. Get rid of that. But like I said, you're not.
The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago.
I'll just let them finish. Anyway, like I said, it doesn't really matter which one you choose when it comes to upgrade, because you're not locked into either one. So you're free to try it out, see which one works for you. If you don't like one, go back to the forge and just change it. It doesn't cost you anything. You've already unlocked it. Oh, everything's going to explode here, right?
They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock.
Yeah, these eyes, they don't like to be looked at. Reminds me of, calls it like Shy Guys from Mario.
If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
Something's spitting at us. Flowers.
So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. Best to keep out of the cauldron.
That is the... Gotta watch... See? You run into a few spots where you get close to the edge and it looks like you're still on it. But you take a step and you fall.
It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this.
For these things to pop up.
As for us, we learned an awful lot from Culford Cauldron.
Yeah, I see it.
That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
That thing replaced our hammer. One thing I wish about this, that when you get a new weapon, it would automatically equip it just for you to try it out for just a little bit. Then it would give you the option, do you want to keep this weapon equipped, yes or no?
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction.
A lot of times you find the place to change your weapons close by. That's how it's worked so far anyway. It's not even hit. What's up with that? Back here it hits them, but from up there it wasn't.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. Discovered other things we're better off not knowing.
And I can't destroy this thing.
The unforgiving scent of sulfurous dirt.
Those big old, I don't know what they are. The things where they're stacked on top of each other to make like the big, I don't know if it's like a caterpillar or something. They have like these things come up out of the ground just to root you in place for a little bit. With a hammer, you can just hit them and destroy them, but
taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
These things don't like fire, do they? Because you saw how many hits it takes with the hammer to destroy one of those. I need to stop rolling on these little...
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them.
Picker nest.
Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash.
Memento. So remember, that means we can ask 2 people in the bastion about mementos. It's a patchwork of sticks with a lone egg nestled inside. Peckers were hunted aggressively before the Calamity, but their numbers never seem to dwindle. Even now, they appear to be thriving. Well, I mean, sure, they're going to be thriving now. There's no one left to hunt them.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Places inhospitable as they come.
Well, these things. See those? Why the...
But still we pressed on.
See, it doesn't hit that. Let's go back over this way for a minute. There's another back over here. There we go.
We kept on sifting through the cauldron's secrets anyway.
No, I meant this, the arsenal. It's a flame assault weapon. It spews a continuous stream of fire, causing damage over time. A simple miscommunication led to the fire destruction of Saldonia's old forge, but at least it gave birth to this weapon. So I keep catching myself. I keep wanting to say Caldonia, but I know it's not. It's what's Ceylondia. You want to call it Calandia. Even after playing it for a few hours, I still want to call it that.
After all, when we looked down inside Colford Cauldron, looked down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world. The heart now laid bare by the Calamity.
It's a whole lot of those things just taking a nap. And what? As soon as we get this, they're all going to wake up.
We had to have it.
Do it.
As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog.
I mean, it kind of works better then, doesn't it? Just have
Kid's
to charge
thinking
it
he's
up.
got to trek all the way back around the cauldron.
Well, I mean, there was nothing there, so...
Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. Biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side.
Oh. Get him, Squirt. Get him.
Pops open on him like a pimple on a school day. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him, though.
Ah, same spot right there.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it. It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney.
Hell, every mill. Ask Z about the little nest from Culver Cauldron. What if I get us like a little pet? Because so far we got the ankle gator and the squirt. Do you know if this egg's supposed to be making a muffled chirping sound?
We're all a little short on friends these days, so
everybody.
that's a welcome sight.
Those birds can breed just about anywhere, can't
They
they?
said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now. Black rye is like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories.
I just got. Oh, don't roll off. I was gonna check out the lost and found. Okay, it's in a technique for the bellows. Created by an infamous circus performer whose craft concerned him more than the safety of others. Let's see. Okay, well, I mean, the something burnt Still don't have the weapon for it. Or that. But the something foul goes for the bellows. What we got here? Gain the required number of mementos strewn across the countryside. Oh, hey, we got 15 and 15. Nice.
The culture. A still life of old unwanted keepsakes.
So we got a 2,182. 1,600 for that one. Here's the bellows. What we got first? Plus 20% fuel regeneration. Chemical compound that oxidizes faster than usual for longer lasting flames with less downside. Downtime. Flames spread wider. An unstable compound that burns hotter than normal. Creating a wider cone of fire that can impact a larger area. Okay, for the hammer, attacks ignore armor. A pattern face that can smash straight through all but the toughest defenses. Or, overhead strikes can stun. Attack without moving for an overhead strike. A convex face whose smaller surface area can deliver stunning force.
Nothing makes a gun so dangerous as a keen eye.
This way, we can actually see if that is like, instantaneous aiming.
The shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Yeah, when you get to this section of the game where you're collecting the, what are they? Purplish, pinkish? Purplish shards. When you collect one, it just gives you the option to upgrade your buildings. So far we've upgraded the Lost and Found. We've upgraded the distillery and the fort. Don't really care about the shrine, this one, or even this one. Don't really know what the trapper snare is. Let's go with this one. Before we do that, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back. There then, we're back. see. I mean, this should just should give you more of these to finish.
The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over.
Yep. Let's see what we got here now. Old ones. The dueling pistols quickly put 12 bullets in a single foe without missing. Let's see, pike, pierce a foe with a thrust, then quickly finish it with a throw. Okay, defeat 20 foes with one continuous attack without taking damage. Alright, boy, that sounds... You only get 500. What was those called? Like, I forgot what the currency's called. Let's see, use the forge to upgrade several weapons to 3rd level. Okay, so you got to do 5. We got 3 done. Spend the required number of fragments. We need to spend 10,000. And so far we've spent 8,877. So not too far from that one. Create every structure in the bastion. 10 of 12. So yeah, that includes upgrading. So that means we only have the what's it? Armory and the shrine left to upgrade. Okay. Gain enough experience to reach level 5. Survive a trip to who knows where with at least one shrine idol activated. Oh boy. I mean, those shrines are usually... Those shrines are usually detrimental to our safety. But you do get 3,000 from that. Let's see. Foes shall have vengeance when you defeat them. So I still think that means they might explode, maybe. This one, foes grow quicker to move and to strike. Oh, so we need to upgrade the arsenal and the shrine. That'll be all the buildings upgraded. That'll finish the vigil. Sure, we don't get a vigil for that. We would have got all that by now, rolling off the edges.
We spotted a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zand.
Mount Zand. It's held inside the remains of a holy mountain once filled with flora and fauna.
Not much left of Mount Zand nowadays. It's like a cross between a zoo and a prison break.
Grady Incinerator. Things too cumbersome to smash at the scrapyard could always be burned here.
Grady Incinerator is where we sent off all our trash to be burned or be eaten by the wilds.
As always, we'll check out the proving ground first. I think we've got...
Welcome to Grady Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Calamity. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers.
Anyway, I think of the proving grounds we've done, we've got first and all but 2 maybe? Didn't get it in the machete. Actually, might be 3. Machete, shield, and I think the double pistols.
Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around, until we started using fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint.
Okay, so next one is 60 peck. Well, we got close. Got an upgrade material though. Let me try that again though.
Know how we kept the city clean? We put all our trash in the gritty incinerator. Beggars that flock together were easy pickings. Keeping the incinerator clean was a paying job, but not a pleasant one.
Yeah, we got second place. Yeah, most of these you won't get first place until you actually start to
You'd
upgrade
almost
the
think
weapon.
those peckers like getting cooked.
Well, we're close to level 5.
Can't rightly call Mount Zan a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers. We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. Creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own. But they ain't yet prepared for any company.
Oh, I mean, the aiming is definitely faster, but
they even drag their children into this. Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean.
Okay, let's go back over this way real fast.
Without a doubt, the situation stinks.
Hello. Yeah, we got a galleon mortar. Fine gramophone.
What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves.
Let's see, that one. A device that generates music using specially engraved discs. Ceylondia's musical traditions are grounded in folk songs with soulful melodies. Few traces of these traditions remain.
There's only one kind of mercy left these days. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking.
Just don't know. Let's see. So it's a bombardment weapon. Explosive bombs damage a wide area, variable range. After the Cows decommissioned their largest fleet, their ship's massive broadside mortars found new purpose in defending all of the walls.
Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's game, not just ours. Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
Let's see,
They've rounded up their survivors, just like we have.
close to level 5 now.
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
Oh.
It's a delicate situation. Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have.
What the? Oh, jeez.
We just really need their shard.
Figure this stuff out. Let's see here.
Kid got it fair and square. You don't need to keep tangling with all those things. That's the way.
Well, we got to level 5 though.
He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll all be better off once the bastion is complete.
Yeah, see about the music player found on Mount Zand. Do you know how to use something like this? Thought you might like it.
Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier.
Is it alright if we use this here? And it's not like the neighbors are going to complain.
Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective.
Ah, nice. Okay, we got 2 in play. Level 5 one.
The conscience. We haven't lost everything, as long as we have that.
And the bellows.
The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive.
There's one for the mortar we just picked up. It inflicts 999 damage with a single shell. Alright then. Okay, so right now we have Well L, which is 25% damage using secret skills. Black Rye, which is +2 of the Black Tonic. Bastion Bourbon. I really like this one. Health Tonics fully restore health. Plus, you can carry 2 more of the health tonics. Got the Squirt Cider. It's the first one we ever equipped. +10 max health. Now then, we can equip another one. We got Life Wine. Survive an attack that would have brought defeat. Cinder Brick Stout. 33% speed while defending. Falling Malt. Reduce damage from falling, +200% damage while falling on foes. Were Whiskey, +100% crit hit chance, but it's only active when below 33% health. Party Punch, +1 chance to carry on if defeated. Damage surrounding foes if defeated. Fetching Fizz, absorb stray fragments. Dread Rum, +10% critical hit chance. Active only when at full health though. Let's go over to the Lost and Found. I know there's some in there. Yeah, we got Mender Mead. Gain some health by counter blocking with the Bullhead Shield. Leechade. Now, it sounds good when it says gain some health by striking foes, but the side effect is -66% health tonic potency. Yeah. I just don't think that's a really good trade-off, though. I got Graver Gimlet, +5% chance to turn Zealous after defeating a foe. While Zealous gain 200% damage for 3 seconds. Stab Synth. Automatically retaliate when injured. Could be a good one. Bull Brandy. +15% damage resistance. Lunkhead Liquor. +100% damage when counter blocking with the Bullhead Shield. Okay, so yeah, something burnt was for the mortar. Still don't have whatever it is that takes something wrong. But we're going to go for that. Taking less damage is always a good thing. Nice. So 10% max health, health tonics fully restore health, +2 health tonic capacity, +2 black tonic capacity, and 25% damage using secret skills, and last but not least, +15% damage resistance. I mean, you've seen how long it seems, because it feels like it takes a while to actually gain a level. And, you know, we've got 10 levels.
Bull brandy is thicker than paint. Makes your skin feel as tough as knife bark.
Okay. Take a look at the mortar here. You can either choose 25% blast radius or 25% faster reload. Well, let's upgrade the hammer though. We can choose checkered face, attacks ignore armor. I think that'll be pretty good.
He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing.
Well, we still have, you know, a decent amount, so let's see. You know what? We'll save it until we get this last weapon. Oh, got another one completed. Alrighty. 2,500 more, yeah.
The city, its riches nothing but fragments now. The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Yep, see, just 2 more left to upgrade. And we'll finally do this one.
The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
Let's see what... Let's see. Okay, so we've unlocked Trigger Blitz for the carbine. A fast, decisive way of throwing it. Yeah, we unlocked that last night, though. I'm not sure why that's showing as new. That's what I was wanting to look at. Because you unlock this one when you upgrade the place. The Trapper Snare. A sophisticated snaring kit that instantly springs open to immobilize foes in the user's vicinity. Trappers relied on this for hunts that didn't go as planned. I would say that would be good. Or we're using the carbine. But it would be better if you could actually throw it. Because it seems like you'd probably just laid that right at your feet. And it arms itself. Which means you'd have to get in decently close to the enemies. So then they would trigger it, they get stuck, but then you'd probably run back and waste a little bit of time.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
There's this one. Skippers in the Saldonian Armada learn to trade in relative safety here. We'll check that one out.
Caelandia's armada was a glorious sight, and our ship's mortars were unstoppable.
Oh, the squirts.
At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection. Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Choosing targets with those mortars was one of the trickiest parts. Galleon skippers needed to be patient, needed to fire at just the right times.
Oh, it's locked only one. We need to cancel that.
Sounds like the kid's mortar's in tip-top shape.
Hey. What do we do next, though? The first place, you have to get 80 casualties.
Too bad about the Armada, but at least one of those mortars survived. Boundless Bay used to be a weapons test and dry dock. Ain't never been this dry, though.
Okay. Burstone Quarry. Most there were many such treasures and is key source of Saldonia's wealth.
The secret to how we built Caelandia so tall and proud lies in Burstone Quarry. Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Caelandia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes Burstone Quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the Calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, Rattletails.
It's a new one.
Why would the Ura put up with those pests?
I don't know.
The quarry ain't exactly up to safety standards no more. Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things. But there was even more to it than that. They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in.
Yep.
No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them.
Well, I do remember one of the earlier levels last night. We first ran into these black rocks sticking out of the ground. He did say we'd see more of them. And we certainly are. I love that music.
Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the Rattletails at bay.
So this is basically just like a little maze where you have to flip these switches to get a new path to open up for you.
Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities. Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
At least these smaller enemies, when it comes to the hammer, you can take them out almost one hit now.
Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news. The Ura always were a superstitious lot. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen.
Oh, so many ways to
Largest
go.
ones, you know as cores. Single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
Let's see.
The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
We didn't miss anything over this way. Sorry. Just some easy experience, apparently.
Well, now the quarry's all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive thing stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says.
So the big thing just kind of jumped off the edge there. I don't. I mean, I'll take it, but
It's him. "I've come to warn you," he says.
Zulf. Ask Zulf why he left the Bastion. What happened back there between you and Rux?
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. "If that's the way it is," he says, "then I won't stop you." Because my countrymen will. Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word.
Oh boy.
His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Too bad for that. Zolf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
Harp guitar. Zia's musical instrument. She never went anywhere without it. It seems unthinkable that she would leave it behind, unless she had no choice in the matter.
Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their hole. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help. Our baby pecker, he don't make it.
Killed the pecker.
Somehow, some way, he sends those Ura packing. Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked. We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the Calamity. It was Caelandia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zolf knew the whole story.
That makes me sad. They killed the picker. We hadn't even had that thing long. Turret surprise. A special shell that splits open on impact reveals security turret. Hardwired to defend the user. Oh. First used by the Saldonian Armada as a deterrent against privateers. He asked about the harp guitar cast side in the front. The bastion. Where's Zia? Did you see what happened to her?
What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Now all we need is one last shard.
Oh, got 3 of them. We got, let's see, defeat the required number of different species, 15, 15.
The mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. The skippers delivered us from the motherland. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild. Sometimes I want to ask him, why do any of this? But truth is, I don't want to know.
Alright guys, going to take another quick break, get something to drink, a little bite to eat. You do the same, and we'll be right back. Alright, we're back now. Let's see. Wait. Whoa. We can upgrade this to max. Oh, look at that. We need to choose 75% damage. Let's see, etchings of a traditional Saldonian song that motivated workers on the rippling walls, or Ura engravings. The effect stacks with battle head and craftsman shaft. Battle head, craftsman shaft. That gives us plus 25% crit chance and 150 to crit hit damage.
Now the weight of the world behind us every swing.
Lost and found real fast. Hey, new stuff. I guess that's where we upgraded the shrine. Got Lemaine, the god of hope and despair. Foe shall induce sloth with each god. Sheesh. Udrig, god of impulse and bravery. Foe shall cause harm on physical contact. Ew.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
There. Zendra Gate. Zulf's agents must also want the final shard. No one is key to undoing the harm they cause.
Zendra Gate used to lead down to the terminals. Now it leads up to the stars.
And there's your next stop. Still missing a weapon. Might find it here.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand. Zulf said the Calamity failed, and he's right. The Uras stand as living proof of that.
Not bad. At least we're getting plenty of shards now. Oh, that's good. Completing those visuals, you know, that added up. I think that one was like 2,000.
At the heart of the Calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. We wanted to rule it out. Put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me. We sought solutions far beyond the city. We travel near as far as the kid's going right now.
I know what that says.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Answer. It's for the carbine. So we would need another one. That's what I went to look for, the lost and found. See if they had another one of those. But no. Means we can upgrade the carbine to max level. So
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mansers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mansers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
trying to kill a guy when he's sleeping. Either that, he was just watching us sleep. Either way, bad show.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort.
Still don't have the weapon for that, but we do have 2 upgrade pieces for it whenever we do get it. Got one for the carbine, which that'll get us to max level. 3 for the musket. 1 for the bow. 2 for the mortar. 4 for the pistol. Why 4? Because we've not been upgrading it. Yep. 1 for the war machete, 3 for the bellows, 2 for the pike, I saw that and I was like, man, they killed her baby, the pecker that hatched my egg. What kind of crap is that?
But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. He sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces. Imagine how Van must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger.
Well, at least with this one, the path forward, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, you're basically killing the occasional enemy while finding a good amount of the currency. Oh, day 7. Yeesh.
But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
I was trying to look at that. The background. Kind of looks like... Honestly, to me it looks like a planet. And then the upper right, in a way it looks like a moon, maybe? There we go. We did it. Come on, come on. You know it's a trap. There's the exit. A 1, and a 2, and 3.
It's too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front.
Get him! Get him!
For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia. The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already.
Oh, well, upgrade the carbine while I'm thinking about it. Yeah, okay. Let's go over all this again. We're choosing 30% speed while aiming. I don't know. I mean, can't say we've really been moving much while aiming the carbine, so I don't. That might just be a waste. Oh. And instead of 35% damage, we chose the 50% aiming, which you can tell a difference. Chose the 10% crit hit chance. Another 50% aiming. Now we have either boomer rounds. No, not that kind of boomer. Bullets cause area damage. A bit of explosive powder in each cartridge, designed to explode on impact to cause collateral damage. Or razor rounds. Bullets ignore armor. A large caliber cartridge intended to destroy small targets or punch through large ones. So if we choose that one, then that will mean both their carbine and our hammer, they both ignore armor. I just wonder how much area damage it causes, though.
Taught him a little something from my days on the front.
Still haven't found that yet. Let's see. Well, I kind of figured we just go ahead and buy like all the upgrade materials. So. Okay, so obviously the red stars mean fully upgraded. Okay, so with this one, you'll have to find the last one out in the wild somewhere. Because I don't think the lost and found, I don't think they replenished their supply of upgrade materials. Okay, so this one we got enough to get to the 4th level. Let's see, war machete. Let's just upgrade this a bit.
War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them.
Pack. Yeah, I haven't upgraded this at all. So let's see.
Takes a lot of moving pieces to make a dependable sidearm.
It's the mortar. The bellows. All right.
There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Let's see. Zoltan's Hollow. Zia detected. The Ura launched their assault on the bastion from this outpost. Zia must be here.
Zoltan's Hollow is the Ura's border blockade. At least it used to be. Well, now it's personal, ain't it?
Oh, what's that? Is that like the last weapon?
It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. They never saw him coming.
Another vigil completed. Haven't seen turrets in a while. Calamity cannon.
He gets his hands on the care package I sent him.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
Can't look at it though. So that's what we just completed the vigil. That was to restore the land piece by piece. That'll be the last weapon.
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together. Break enough of those things and the Calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now. Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the bastion.
A decent amount of experience.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid.
See if there's anything back here, maybe. Oh, probably a good place to have some currency. Alright, it's an experimental ranged weapon. Too unwieldy to lock onto targets. Blast cause area damage. The Manchers not only theorized about the raw forces of the world, they developed blueprints for how to unleash them. That damn rifle.
Kid's done using the Calamity's power for now, but the Ura ain't finished. Those rodents are just a bump in the road. It's not the time to get reckless.
I didn't see anything though.
Kids picking the whole place apart, piece by piece. By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Kid returns their greeting tenfold. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. They're easy targets. Those Calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
See you. Right in
The
the
Ura
back.
keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther.
So that has to be, let's see, Yep. Something wrong. The cannon. I mean, of course it would be the cannon, right? I mean, it's like the last weapon to collect.
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening. Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over. Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away?
Oh, see, the rolling just seems faster than the actual walking, though. So we've got the squirt down here.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew. Zolf, the Ura, they have every reason to be angry. Beyond angry. But when this is all over, it'll all be water under the bridge. As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns.
Something new over there.
There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon. All those dreams snuffed out in the Calamity. We'll bring them back.
Let's see, a crude but heartfelt illustration is inscribed in chalk on a stone surface. Unlike most of the older civilization, it survived the Calamity more or less intact.
Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time.
Oh, I just noticed you got like people in the crystals. I was too busy trying to kill everything to actually pay attention to that. See? Love them.
Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people. You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true.
See, shows Zia the simple drawing found far to the east. The Calamity took everything from the Ur, didn't it? Besides their will to fight.
They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back.
Okay, ask Zia about her harp guitar. Pardon me, miss. Does this belong to you?
Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you?
It's a good theory, though. Okay, so the only things left in here to buy is like the weapon skills and 2 spirits and the idols. This was one of the only traces left of the Ura civilization.
I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Okay, let's see here. Yep, so we have all the weapons unlocked. So you can choose either rockets cause knockback, a powered mechanism that unloads rockets with a tremendous force, causing targets to recoil from the impact if they survive. Rockets will not launch automatically. A heavy-duty mechanism that holds rockets firmly in place before firing, granting more precise control to the end user. Actually, I think that would be the better one. Sounds like it anyway.
First step to learning the Calamity cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
The second one is turbo generator plus 25% charge-up speed. A hyper-fast inline generator that produces rockets much more quickly. Or blast generator plus 20% blast radius. A more powerful generator that produces rockets capable of delivering a wider explosive blast. So my 2 favorite ones right now, is the hammer, which is fully upgraded, and the carbine, which is also fully upgraded. After that, for those 2, it'd probably be maybe this one.
Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that?
See, next you have 35% reload speed. A specially formulated heat dispersion system meant to minimize time between launches, or power configuration plus 10% damage. A custom-tuned heat absorption system set to maximize the explosive potential of each rocket. Here's this one. Let's see, our progress is pretty good. We had to get to 13,000. Went over. Gives us 2,000.
Country. She's all to pieces now, but still looking good.
I don't think that'd be too difficult once you actually got to upgrade it some more, because it's got a pretty good blast radius. So we still need to get 2 more upgrade to maximum before we do that one.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
Big place. The Tazzle Terminals. He buys his time within the remains of the Ura's massive underground sprawl.
The Tazzle Terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey.
Okay, here's the proving grounds for this one. The city's scientific guild uses this place to experiment with classified inventions. Imagine that.
Manser Observatory. Now there's a sneaky place, overlooking the Tazzle Terminals themselves.
As always, we'll go to a proving ground first.
The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Manser Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about.
Okay, let's see.
Only trouble was something
within the
about the place
conductors.
drove the windbags crazy.
Okay.
Best stand well clear of that impact. Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction. When the windbags caused enough trouble, the Mansers conducted their most secretive research far east of the city.
Okay, so note to self: do not fire this towards these. No, not at all.
Cause a lot of collateral damage with her if you ain't careful. The more crowded it gets, the more trouble you can cause with a single shot. She's designed to be fine-tuned, just need the proper parts.
I'm passing that one for now. Oh, Once you enter this area, there's no turning back. Are you ready? Yes.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. Got his lifelong friend to keep him company.
Destroying the babies now. What's the world come to? And let's see, before we get started on this though, we're going to take another quick break. Stretch a little bit. And we will be right back. Ah, damn, we're back. Let's get started. I don't think there should be too much left in the game now. You mean usually when you get to a spot that says, hey, there's no turning back, well, you know you're getting close to the end.
Just needs to get that shard from Zolf and come on home. The Calamity hit the Tazzle terminals hardest of all. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the Calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting.
Does he
well? All of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
So I mean that charge attack for the hammer is definitely coming in handy, because you're blocking a lot. Smack.
But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. This disease the Earth planted here will go away. What happens to Zulf will no longer matter.
I don't know why I tried to destroy your feet.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right.
Tell me we're full on the black tonic and the health potions.
Problem is, we'll all be gone. Oh, we're not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion. This whole place is a living record of the times before the Calamity.
much time do you finally get like a jump?
You'll be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way.
Love that music. Where you can go?
All of life's little setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at them. No mistakes.
Oh crap.
Anyone you've ever hurt. Everything you've ever done. You could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say. Who am I kidding?
Okay, so it looks like you can jump on this one right here. Let's check it out. No, you can't. I've been rolling for so long, I'm kind of missing it.
Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion? Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point. There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the Calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again? after the Bastion does its thing.
I think we're going the right way.
The answer is... I don't know. You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's all right. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around. The weight of the Calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking. If ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here. Heavy, ain't it?
I don't think anybody stands a chance against this, do they?
Of course, that would mean no going back. Ever. But then again, that way all of us could leave the city. Together. You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura, all they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Caelandia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
Oh boy.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. It ain't a simple matter of pride either. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Okay, so you got a choice to make then. We can either move on, abandon Zulf's body and press forward with the battering ram. Zulf's situation is hopeless and a distraction. His plan to avenge the Ura only brought more suffering. All that matters is a safe return of the shard. Take Zulf. Abandon the battering ram and pick up Zulf's body instead. Zulf is badly injured but breathing. It appears his countrymen turned on him as their situation grew desperate. He nearly destroyed the bastion, and yet...
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I mean, honestly, this seemed like the better choice, though. Take them.
I set my sail, fly, the wind it will take me back to my sweet lie on my back, clouds are making way for me.
Love that music.
Sweet home, I see your star. You left it burning for me, Mother. I'm here. Eyes open wide. Feel your heart and it's glowing. I'm welcome home.
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Hey, kid. Get up, kid. come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions.
You made it.
Well, she actually spoke. Ask you about the Bastion's restorative power. Do you think this is going to work? What do you think I should do?
So, let's see. You can either prevent the Calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
Ask her about the evacuation mode. If you could go anywhere you wanted, where would you go?
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world.
Tell Zia what happened to Zulf. His own people turned on him when his plan to destroy the Bastion faltered.
Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed.
Tell Zia about her people. They were very brave, but there was nothing left for them but their revenge.
When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up.
Talk to Zia about her harp guitar. Isn't there some moment in your life you wish you could go back to?
Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the Calamity, not before. Ready to get this over with?
I like how they say, like, right towards the end, she actually starts to talk.
Hey, kid.
Okay, what will it feel like when the Bastion fixes everything?
You can undo the Calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you.
If you could go anywhere, would you go back? Or somewhere else?
Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore.
He never learned the whole truth, did he?
Zulf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him.
Yeah. All for the Marshal's badge. At the end of their careers, the Marshals used to return their badges to the city.
You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it.
Talk about what it took to get to this point. The windbags, the beasts of the wild, the Ura, they fought so hard to stop this moment.
Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
Oh. Okay, another choice to make. Restoration. Initiate the Bastion's restoration protocol. Caution. This process will restore the previous world state and is irreversible. Use only as directed. Evacuation. Initiate the Bastion's evacuation protocol. Caution. This process will cause irreparable damage to the core receptacles, disabling the restoration protocol. So it seems like if you use restoration, that's how you stop the calamity from happening, right? And if you use the evacuation, you just kind of say, well, to heck with that. Stay here now, maybe? I think in this moment, I'll probably choose the restoration.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done. And each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Ceylandia, we're coming home.
All right then. Now we'll wait to see if there's like any kind of after credit scene. I don't know, are these scenes like after the restoration process? Because you saw Zulf, they looked happy. So Zia looked like she was playing for a crowd. You saw the kid hammering away. There's Rux with a squirt. Yeah, and the game was just as good as I remember it. As I said before, it's been a few years since I actually played it. A lot of the parts I remembered, a few I didn't. I think the only problem I had with the game was every now and then you run into like some spots on the ground where you think you'd be able to walk, but you fall right through it. Didn't happen too many times though. The majority of the time, falling off the edge was just my fault, rolling all over the place. Music is phenomenal. Storytelling is really, really good. I love how you hear like the whole narration all throughout the game. Though it does take a little bit to get used to the way they have when you're walking around the world, the way they have that set up where it's dropping in like tile by tile. Really didn't have too many choices to make in the game though. I think the only, what, you had like, what, 2 choices, right? You had the one where you found Zulf. He was attacked by his own people. You could either leave him behind but take the battering ram, or drop the battering ram and take Zulf. Then after that, it was either use the Bastion Restoration or the Evacuation. And, you know, Restoration, it just keeps the Calamity from happening, but I think the Evacuation, that means you stay then and there on the Bastion with Rux and Zia. Nope, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. If you get a chance, I'd suggest playing it. Like I said, it's an older game, so you can usually find it decently priced. You know, it's none of that nonsense of like an old game being charged full price like some companies do. Let's see, tomorrow night we'll be starting a new game. It's going to be another Supergiant Games. It's going to be another Supergiant Games game, Transistor. I think I purchased that one when it first came out. Didn't play much of it though. I got a bad habit where if I'm playing a game just for my own enjoyment, you know, not streaming it, it usually happens where like I'll buy a game, play it for a little bit, but then something else will get my attention, like another game, so I'll start playing that instead. I've had that happen so many times. It's the short attention span. But what I do remember about Transistor, though, like Bastion, it has, which all their games do have fantastic music, really great narration. I don't think it uses the same art style as Bastion, though. I could be wrong. It's like I said, it's been a few years. We'll find out tomorrow night, though. Alright guys, so we're going to call it there for the night then. And like I said, tomorrow night we'll be starting Transistor. I keep wanting to say Transition, I don't know why. Transistor, that's the game. Oh, and then after Transistor, maybe their third game called Pyre. Not sure yet. And they've only got 4 games. Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, Hades. Alright guys, well, thanks for stopping by. As always, I appreciate it. So until tomorrow night, I hope you have a good rest of your night, or rest of your day, depending on where you're at. So until then, take it easy.